Hello friends, welcome to BNB Techniques. My name is Sudhir Kumbhare. So hope you all are safe and doing good. So let's continue with our Python learning. Today's session is a continuation of our last topic, which is on data types. Okay, and guys, do let me know if you have any questions, any concerns. Just put your comments in the comment box, and I'm going to answer that. Okay, so let's start. So guys, till now we have seen three data types, right? One is none. The second category is of numeric type data types, and the third one we considered that category was sequence, right? Okay. Now what we are going to consider is mapping. Okay, mapping category of data types. So what comes under mapping category is okay. Just give a nice comment. Mapping data types. Okay, over here. Okay, mapping data types. Okay, let's understand this with an example. Suppose you have a list of employee IDs. You wanted to display employee name on the form with employee ID and employee name. Consider just this scenario. Okay, so what we are going to do is, okay, let's take an example of list of employee. I'll give employee list, and over here what I can do, okay, this mapping data type, you have to consider this curly braces for this mapping data type. Okay, what kind of values we can give? Let's say my employee ID is 4 and my name is Sudhir, right? The same way you can have multiple employees where employee ID is something and the name is, let's say, Namish, right? And many more employees could be there. So why it is called as mapping data type? Because your values are mapped. For example, this 1 2 3 4, this employee ID is mapped with employee whose name is Sudhir. This, the next employee ID 23434 is mapped with employee whose name is Namish, right? That's why it is called as mapping data type. So where 1 2 3 4 is called as key, is considered as a key, and what is the value for that key? Value is Sudhir, right? So if I check this, if I check the data type of this variable, let's check it. Employee list, which can hold the values in the form of key value pairs. Let's check the data type. It's a DICT, that represents dictionary, right? Okay, why this mapping? Okay, let's check the mapping as well. Okay, I'm just going to print how you will get the related mapping. Just put this variable name employee list, and over here what is your key? 1 2 3 4, right? So if you give this 1 2 3 4, what is going to be the output? See, you got the value using the key, right? In employee list I have given the key 1 2 3 4, first key, first employee key, and you got the output as value, which is as Sudhir, right? So this is another data type which is called as mapping data type. Let's consider one more category which is called as sets. Which type of sets? Sets data type. Okay, so sets, okay, basically this sets is not an order data type, so where order doesn't matter, but sets should have unique items. For example, a set of numbers, set of people, set of items, any kind of sets. So mainly where you will have to consider two sets, right? one set is having some numbers, another, okay, let's say one set is having odd numbers, another number having even numbers, and you want to merge those two sets, form a new set of numbers. In those cases where you need intersection, where you need to find out common items among these two sets, then you can consider this set data type. Okay, just consider an example. I'll say set of numbers. Okay, again you have to give curly braces for this as well. Okay, I'm just considering 1 2 3 3 4 and 5. Just try to print this set. I'll just keep number, set of numbers. Let's check the output. Along with, we'll check the data type as well. So I'm just going to copy this statement over here, and I'll simply copy this variable name. Let's check the output. See, the output is 1 2 3 4 5, right? This set contains the elements like 1 2 3 4 5, and the data type is called as set, right? But guys, here you have to observe one more thing. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, so 5 elements. But how many elements we have over here? If you see, 1 2 3 double 3 4 5, so 3 is taken only once, because sets consider unique items in that particular set, even though you have duplicate items. Okay, so that's all about sets. We have one more category, string data type, right? It's very simple and straightforward. String data type. Let's say my name is Sudhir. So Sudhir, I'm just going to print these two statements over here. Just say name, set numbers, right? So let's check the output. Right? Data type is string and name is Sudhir. It's a very straightforward. Whenever you want to extract some information like description, some product features, then you can use this data type string. It's very straightforward, right, guys? The next one we have is Boolean. Okay, guys, the next category of data type is a Boolean. So let me give you a comment. Boolean data type. It's very simple and straightforward. Boolean means just true or false. For example, whether user have received emails, whether user have received notifications, true or false, right? So whenever there will be condition, when you want to decide whether the condition is true or false, you can use this variable. Let's see. Let's say some condition. Condition is equal to, I am going to say true. This is not applicable here, because true has to be like this. T has to be in capital letter. Okay. Now let's again do the same statement. See, print condition over here and name. So condition is true and class is Boolean, right? Okay, so guys, we have this much data types available in Python. We have some more data types along with this, like byte array. When we are basically considering the images, when we want to store images in a data type in our database, then we can consider byte array. Okay, when we want to stream any kind of text or any kind of images, then we can use this byte and byte stream. So we will consider the later, and we will have a separate session on that. Okay, For time being, we have considered on all these categories of data types. Okay. So guys, we have learned about data types now, right? So it's time to evaluate our understanding. Okay. So I'm going to give you two scenarios, and you will have to tell me in those two scenarios which kind of data type you are going to use. Okay. Let's say the first example is, let's say you are working on a website. Okay, and its website is related to products. You are showcasing some products information on your web page. So your product have features, your product have description, product have name, product have color, and some more parameters like height, weight, and weight as well. Okay, so to showcase this product information on the website, you have to store it into some variables, right? So which data type you are going to use for this product information? This is the first question. Okay, now move to the second question. Second part is, let's say you have a website again, and you have some activities which are already scheduled a monthly basis. Some particular date there will be some activity which user want to see on the website interface. So you wanted to store this month information from January, February till December in some variable, right? So which data type you are going to use for that variable to store this month information from January till December? Think over it and let me know your answer in the comment box. Thank you guys. Guys, if you really like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and please don't forget to press the bell icon to get further notifications. Catch you in the next video. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.